You know what they said? Yeah. They said North America wasn't good enough. Fools. We'll show them.
I thought you said you wanted to be successful. He said, I do. He said, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. I don't know how many of y'all got asthma in here today, but if you ever had an asthma attack before, you short of breath, you wheezing, the only thing you trying to do is get some air. You don't care about no basketball game. You don't care what's on TV. You don't care about nobody calling you. You don't care about a party. The only thing you care about when you're trying to breathe is to get some fresh air. That's it. And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And I'm here to tell you, number one, that most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it. You don't want it badder than you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep. Some of you love sleep more than you love success. And I'm here to tell you today, if you're going to be successful, you've got to be willing to give up sleep. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, and so let's go Thunder off the spawn. He's gonna get Mega and Red, so he'll be pretty happy. That's exactly what you want when you're playing someone, you know, maybe a bit better than you. He knows Genix down there looking for the shot. He doesn't really have anything to like wait for in particular, and he is gonna catch Genix here, going for the LG. Takes a lot of damage, but knocks all of Genix's armor away. Genix was so fast getting to that position to go for that rail. That's really nice movement. And yeah, no, he's gonna be ready for Thunder to rush through and wants nothing to do with that Mega. So it's Thunder. He's gonna secure himself the control. He comes around for this rail. Wow, and a nice little drop from Genix, catching him in the doorway. Genix is gonna take a little bit of damage, but ooh, I think we could hear Genix there up near the red. And this is gonna be Genix trying to get the catch with the LG, but really, Thunder dishes out just as good as he gets, and well, that's gonna secure him control for a little bit longer. He's gonna be a little bit late coming into this Mega, it's not gonna matter. Genix on the other side of the map, he has no health to work with. And right now, Thunder would love to clean up a frag and get an early advantage here, because a frag on Sinister can mean a lot. And, you know, it would be really, really sad if Genix could recover from this position.
I'm actually... I would really, really love to see this go to a much closer game than the first couple, because obviously it's just a blowout, and I think we'll get it with this one. Thunder is going to be a guy who, if he keeps practicing, will be able to really upset people. He does eat 2 really nasty rails, actually, from Genix before picking up this red. And it looks like he doesn't want to sync up the red with the Mega, so he waited a little bit. And now he's actually dropped down straight onto Genix, who's about to pick up the upper yellow, and they're even.
Yeah, I don't know if you'll necessarily realize just how much Genix been stacking up on these yellows. And I mean, that was maybe a situation where he could have positioned himself differently on that red armor. It's a really hard one. Oh, he did actually pick up the Mega mid-fight there. I did not get that sound cue. But it's going to be Genix with the rockets into the corner. Just really strong aiming, you know, a really strong position. The rush-in's good. Thunder does get some damage, but it's going to be Genix now. Like, that 2-frag lead is going to really come into play, I think.
He kills a lot of his stack, though.
He did, but Thunder doesn't look like he's ready to push this red.
Which is okay. He's on the Mega health, and Genix doesn't really look like he knows where he wants to to try to find Thunder. He's definitely a player who's gonna be like, oh, here you are, here I go. Like, he doesn't have a plan. I hate to say that about Genic. He has been trying to work on his game a lot more, I know he said to me, but he's kind of just like a, well, screw it, let's try it kind of guy, you know? And actually, Thunder can win their red right now because Genic's too busy getting upper yellow. Where is Genic?
A really long time there.
Setting up a trap at this Mega Health, and here comes the 40+ shaft. It's just gonna Shrek him. He can't get onto the Mega Health.
That was a really nice movement from Genic, like faking around that corner and then coming back right as Thunder dropped. Thunder really didn't want to drop like that, but no, it's the baiting from Genic. It's really fantastic, and Thunder, wow, actually is going to push Genic away from that red. So that
look at all these
again,
opportunities he's getting.
Yeah, no, definitely. That one kind of came out of nowhere, but he really seized it when it was there.
I don't think he should drop here. Yeah, Genic is gonna trap you out with that LG as much as he can. Like, that's kind of his game. He's not gonna time well. He's not gonna play by normal rules. Now Thunder does actually win himself Mega, and the red is gonna be available for him as well.
Yeah, and that was a situation where Genic's lack of timing really hurt him, because like if he'd have known a second timing for that Mega, he would have known there was a good chance Thunder could have taken it in that fight, and he should have just, you know, well, even, I don't know, I mean, he could have committed earlier to just getting on the red side of the map or something, and...
Sorry to interrupt you there. Really... I think he just suicided. I was on Thunder's point of view, by the way. So Genic's gonna suicide. And yeah, no, I agree, absolutely. Just with the positioning of the map on what side he was on. And here you go. The timing. This is how Thunder's gonna win.
Yeah, and I mean, it's definitely working so far. Like, we've seen him take some really strong control. Just get a lot of stack over Genic. Really close rail angle there. And Thunder, he's not just playing for the item here too, now he's actually, you know, feeling a bit more comfortable, he's looking to cut Genic off. It's really good to see. Yeah, Genic maybe should be a little bit scared.
We'll see how
we'll
see how well he has learned how to run as well, because that's gonna be the thing. I feel like just as Genic's timing is just kind of crappy, like, to put it bluntly, he's gonna have to just rely on being an absolute ghost right now, but I don't think he can actually run away for 5 minutes, and actually, that's unfortunate. Genic's saying, why are timeouts disabled?
Yeah, maybe...
Are we on Scorch's server? I think we are.
But yeah, it's interesting. Hopefully nothing too major has happened.
Yeah.
There's some nice timing from Thunder again. He's gonna have a nice advantage going into this red and take it without a problem. Genic is doing a pretty good job of staying out of sight. Just getting a little bit of stack. He really wants some yellow armor here, and he really isn't positioned to get either of them.
A facial.
So that's gonna even up the stacks.
There's no LG on Thunder. He can't take this fight. And Genic does the classic Genic move of waiting by the teleporter and pushing you away with LG. He actually picks up the Mega Health in the middle of that fight. Genic does not go to the LG right off the spawn, and it's a very, very quick tied game. As long as Thunder picks up this ammo pack... Phylum, is it just me? Is it just me, or do you also cringe when you see a player running around with 0 ammunition and they passed multiple sources of it?
Yeah, no, it's always hard to watch. Especially as a TDM player, you'd think he'd be aware of that kind of thing.
Well, he's a CTF player.
Oh, coming through TDM, I guess. Yeah.
But anyways, continuously nice timing. What are the pickups? 12 megas to 1 for Thunder.
That's definitely what it feels like right now. 2
reds for Genic, as I think it was 12. I don't want to keep the scoreboard up too long. That's insane. I think he just needs to be patient. Like, he can't push these kind of fights because Genic is a bastard and he can aim really well, and you'll lose the entire game if you just push him.
Thunder should look for a nice little rail, maybe onto this yellow, and he is gonna get down there eventually. Takes a little bit of time about it. Wow, and yeah, he's set to really shut Genic out of the map here. He's not going to be quite in time to do damage on this yellow, but he's got plenty of time to get to red.
Yeah, okay, good. He knows exactly where Genik is now. I think it's only a matter of time before we see him start to bait out one of these items. It's a dangerous move against someone that's so unpredictable, but that's a good way to get yourself a frag lead.
Definitely, and Genik is going to be looking for the drop down, but Thunder can scare him off. Beautiful read of where Genik is hiding.
Oh, this is dangerous. That's what I'm saying. Someone that's that unpredictable. Woo! He will get that, but just barely.
Yeah, that was a bit of a clench moment. I don't like chasing through the teleporter ever, really, especially against someone who, like, as we've said, can just pull crazy aim out of their ass.
I think he just needs to dip out right here. This is the right move. A very easy punish from Genik, but he has no armor. As long as Thunder doesn't do something where he's left vulnerable and open, he'll be fine. With only a minute to go, no one's gonna have any armor. Wow, Thunder will get mega health.
Thunder, he just has the balls there. He says, I know you aren't timing, and you're gonna be at red or whatever, like, you know, this is mine.
Oh.
Unfortunate to get caught out there, especially when the lower yellow armor was up. Like, he'd taken mega, he guessed that Genik was at red, and then he went to the yellow armor that Genik would go to from red, you know? Bit of a weird call. So now, yeah, he's really having to, like, force his way onto this red armor. Genik does well to duck out.
Yikes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like a rocket jump in that situation. It didn't achieve very much. Genik, he's just going to stick his head out and bait him in for a fight. 15 seconds. Thunder just has to go aggressive here. Genik drops down. That's going to give Thunder an opening. He's got to chase through here. He's got to keep chasing. Genik, furious plus back damage, and yeah, just really great movement there. Wow.
Okay, so look at the damage and the item pickups. This is like a classic example of very, very different types of players. I know I said Thunder was a bit rail heavy, etc., but yeah, that was surprising.
That was, yeah, just that damage difference is absolutely incredible. I'm not surprised from how the game played, but
VC. Yeah. In his name.
Alright, well, I might take a quick opportunity to eat some breakfast.
You're fine. Go ahead.
Cool. And I'll be back in a sec. Hopefully we'll have some more even games to watch. After
We're going to go watch Effortless versus Queer, or... go ahead, Phylum. Thank you again. We'll
cool, yeah, I will be back in a minute.
Watch Twitch and Ballin'. Guys in the chat, let me know as quick as you can. Twitch and Ballin'. Zorak War and Festive Turtle. Effortless and Queer. Lol. Necro and Zeddy, Twitch and Ballin', or Effortless and Queer. I think Effortless and Queer is probably going to be one of the better ones that we can get right now. Zorak and Festive Turtle. I don't really want to watch either of them just yet. But what do you guys think? Ziwi, okay. PCFS is saying that we should go there. Fine. Fine then. Do I have so many people on my friends list that are online right now? It's bizarre. And that one might be kind of a roll. So anyways, let's go ahead and just join that game since it does seem to be readily available. I do want to make sure that I can... Ballin' and Stitch have just been in that server together forever. I need to check on these brackets and make sure they're moving along. I don't think they are moving quite as fast as we want. This game has probably started. Yes, indeed it has. Well, thank you very much, Vadrigar. It is indeed Quake Live. It's the North American Quake Live Duel Cup number 13. Hashtag sellout time. Thanks again for watching, guys, and tuning in. And my lord, the donations to make ourselves... not only another full pot, 115 bucks in total, but the fact that we have a playoff pool that's building up nicely is amazing too. Festive Turtle gonna go extremely low. Zorak is actually not able to find the kill or a rail onto this mega. We'll get one there. This is dangerous for her. I don't think she should be here. Yeah, eats some kind of unnecessary rail, and now she has no armor to her name. She is less than 50 health, and as soon as, I mean, unless Zorak War just instantly rails her and kills this, it's gonna be pretty difficult for her. Very fortunate, very, very fortunate that she actually ends up knocking him down. But I don't think that he is going to let her get onto Mega Health for free again. I kind of feel like she should just dip that, yeah, perfect. As soon as she gets the time, and this is, again, just more precarious situations. We'll end up hitting a direct grenade, though. Oh my gosh, this... It's a good map for these two as well. Zorak's definitely been inactive, like extremely inactive. But I mean, he knows Blood Run, of course he does. Actually, oh, showing the rust. Zorak War showing the rust. He will actually sync up Red and Mega, which I know he didn't want to do, just because he is that kind of player. But in the end, it doesn't really matter. He'll get himself a 4th frag, got himself an upper yellow, and pretty sure Festive just now going to be getting a rocket launcher and 50 armor to their name. Really weird weapon choice there. Guys, let me sort this out in the Duel Cup channel here for the players. Again, if you want to help admin, please let me know. Alright, cool. I know you wear PCFS, I appreciate it. I actually, you know what, man, let me toss you op in the channel. I meant to do it before, and I just never got around to it. Big fight gonna break out. Zorak War gonna come out on top with pretty much all of his stack. I'm pretty sure Festive also spawned at that far end where, yeah, where that rocket launcher is. He's just gonna chase. Does eat, only eats one nasty rocket, so it's not the end of the world. And with Zorak's timing and the way that he can rotate items, this is gonna get pretty ugly pretty fast unless he misses a shot, like a rail shot, leaves himself open and vulnerable. And Festive's able to capitalize off of that. I don't really see Festive coming back on this unless Zorak War starts missing shots, essentially, and using the wrong weapons, which is very possible. It's something I wouldn't have even said was remotely in the realm of possibility, you know, 6 months ago after QuakeCon, but now, yeah, I mean, he's a natural. He knows what he's doing in Quake, but that being said, he also hasn't really been playing much at all compared to a lot of the players, so it's like riding a bike for him right now. He's just taking the training wheels off one wheel at a time. I know it's the worst analogy ever, but it's all I got right now. Is he's just gonna continuously, well, this is what I mean. Wrong weapon choice, missing shots, and he almost gets killed there by Festive. She will go ahead and clean the kill up with LG. Needs to grab this rail, I think, ASAP, so she can punish the pickup there of the red. Doesn't end up working out that way, but just kind of go time at this point for her. I mean, what else does she have to lose, right? She will beat Zorak War over to this yellow, and actually he pushes in a little bit too far. 50 bubble will go ahead and save him though, and unlike Zorak War, Festive does not have that pinpoint timing. and Zorak will claim the red away from her. We'll move in the last minute and a half here. Festive Turtle down 7 frags. Almost smacks a direct into Zorak's face, but she will eat the direct in the end. And if anyone actually was paying attention during the whole casting with Festive and Zorak here, can you let me know if at any point I was talking about her and then I said they? Because apparently I really triggered some people's with that last time. I'm curious to see if I did it again or not. But it's just gonna be a little bit of garbage time here. Let's make sure all the brackets are fine. We'll calm ourselves down. Yeah, I know it was Rafa that got triggered by it. Mika. I only know it was Rafa that got triggered by it because apparently like 8 people after that got triggered by it as well. Unfortunately for Festive, they just are now picking up this momentum here. As again, I think that the rust from Zorak War is very, very real. And this has just gotten a little bit different. I think she could have actually taken this game. She will move on to lower bracket though. It's not completely over for them yet. Alright, so now that we've calmed ourselves down, situated everything that needs to be done in the Duel Cup channel, got ourselves a little bit of fluid, the old vocal cords going, we'll just go ahead and actually watch somebody who we normally watch at the very beginning of the cup, which is Twitch. Got himself a new internet service with CenturyLink because he too was having issues with his Cox. Those of you who get the reference, fantastic. Golf clap, let everyone else know. Those of you who don't worry about it. Twitch will actually be in the lead. Gonna grab himself a red, not before eating a real. And coming up on about the halfway mark here, I figured this game was kind of already going on, which is why, even though I said we're gonna go to Effortless and Zorak War, which we will, I wanted to check this one out first, just because I haven't really seen Ballin today at all. Haven't seen Twitch play with his new connection, so who knows. If you recall, Zorak War was actually knocked out by Ballin in last Duel Cup. Supposedly he had connection issues, to be fair. Got knocked out pretty early, and I think he forfeited his lower bracket games. That's how bad the connection issues were. Ballin will be a bit early here for this Mega Health, so can Twitch actually get here in time and wiggle his way onto it again? Negative, sir. Ballin will tie us up, and Twitch is going to spawn right by him. Really difficult spawn to deal with. I can't really say if Twitch dealt with it in the best way possible, but who am I playing in Street Fighter V? Oh Lord, Kenrick, do not get me started on Street Fighter V. It's pretty damn amazing, isn't it? Like, am I right, Street Fighter fans? Freaking A, right? But yeah, we are not gonna get sidetracked on Street Fighter V, guys, because I will never shut up about it, and you know me, when I don't shut up about something, it's just bad for everyone. We'll just watch Ballin, who now has the lead. 4 minutes to go. Turn it around really quick. I think that Twitch is just gonna have to keep poking and being smart. He is a smart player. He often will call out dumb play by people, myself included. He's not a fan of the Genix of the world, if you will, the random players who you can't read So, we'll see. He's actually creeping around by the 50 bubble. I know I just heard him there. Oh, I'm sorry. Creeping around by the plasma, actually. So, very, very tricky. Very, very tricky setup here by Twitch, who's actually just going to delay that red pickup long enough that he's not going to have a great idea of when it is. This is risky as hell. X. Air rockets will finish him off from Ballin. Really risky just because he already grabbed one yellow. He saw that Ballin was up at the red, and he didn't get the last mega, so it's like there's only one thing that's going to be up on the map next, and that's the yellow that's up the up the pad that you're about to go up. I don't know, it just screams bad idea to me. Ballin will continue to hit. Wow, amazing rail. Look at those accuracies. Up 7-4. Spoltz is trying to be a cool kid as well, and talk about Yoshimitsu, the new Street Fighter Never character. You can't get to me now, Spolt. I've had too good of a day. Even if the scatterbrain casting will make us miss the fact that Twitch will now assault red 150 against Ballin, weaponless Ballin, dropping down to have. Wow, so lucky he didn't get followed. Even if that's all gonna happen, Spolt, and my casting is just all over the place, man. You can't get me down right now because for whatever reason, for whatever reason, Twitch has decided to forfeit. And also, I was gonna say I'm really excited that we had this many many signups again. Wow, that was okay. Huh, okay. It was plenty of time. Oh, whatever. Twitch is not a fan of this map pool. I'm not either, to be fair. Those of you who think, wow, this map pool's amazing. Cure, Sinister, Airwalk, Blood Run, and Furious Heights. It's great, Flair. Do it again. Never, ever, ever again will we be doing that map pool. It's not my thing, man. I don't know. We're gonna figure something out, and I think we might go back up to 7 maps. And hell yeah, we've made it in time to actually catch the beginning of this game. This is effortless, not Nitsuventrilo.com, although he may as well be sponsored by Ventrilo. Those of you who are unaware, Effortless is the man who has won the $10,000 QuakeCon raffle that is available to all players at QuakeCon last year, and yes, that's right, the year before that. He has officially won more money than any player at QuakeCon in the last 2 years. Well, so I guess saying you're sponsored by Ventrilo at this point is fairly really standard, yeah. It's hilarious. Gotta move up in the bracket.
Vote now. Vote pass.
Spamming out, making sure everyone's okay, player-wise. We appear to be. Let's go ahead and get started. Map number 1 of a best of 1 on Furious Heights. We'll be off on the man who has crushed the dreams of many a QuakeCon veteran. Maybe not crushed the dreams, but he's certainly made them facepalm a bit. You win 10 grand once. That's awesome. You win 10 grand twice. Just weird. He will be caught out by Zorak War's rockets though, and the red is going to be just in time for Zorak. That was very planned, but he's taken a lot of damage. Now, his opponent does not have any armor, so Zorak will be able to mop it up and get himself full weapons. Nice rush there by Effortless. He was actually going to take Zorak down to 22 points of health. Got the Mega, and he somehow avoids this rail, and this is where I think... Maybe this is why Zorak was saying, you really should have seeded me like 13. I don't know if I should seed you quite that low, bro, but I will acknowledge the fact that you are very, very rusty. So. Which is life, man. See if Effortless actually... does he push all the way in? I'd like to see him just kind of wait for Zorak to take something here. Nice. Misses his rail, but that's fine. That's a good move. It's all about the damage. There's a next level battle circuit today in Street Fighter V. Darn you all for talking about Street Fighter V while we have Zorak and Effortless. Come on now. Zoo is triggered by the name change of Americans because they run the plus forward site and they're constantly forced to figure out whose alias is who. I feel you, brother. Why can't Americans just stick to one goddamn name? Anyways, Effortless will hit a rail and Zorak should be able to drop onto red here. Nice rocket jump in, but it kind of backfires on him. He eats a lot of his armor away there, and as long as Zorak can get himself onto some health bubbles, I think he actually comes out on top here. Just position-wise for this Mega, that is. Yep. And now it's going to be up to Effortless to... Ooh, risk it all on a drop-in? I guess. I mean, when you hit 4 direct rockets in a row... When you hit 4 direct rockets in a row, you can do whatever you want. Wow. Okay. So I don't care how rusty you are, I don't care how much of a veteran you are, that's really hard to deal with. Apparently all that CTF and especially the CTF Draft Cup that we had recently in North America has been paying off well for Effortless. You should be able to get this kill on the Zorak or at least force him away. Okay. Eats a pretty nasty shotgun, which was very nice of Zorak there. He's gonna have to work his way in against the rail and 50 armor. Make that a grenade and a rail and 50 armor. Very scrappy game, but very back and forth. Wow. We all thought we could win that raffle, Vibration. We all had our... We all thought it was us this time. We all thought it was us because Effortless had already won it last time. All thinking, man, if he won this, we can totally do this. Zorak were some really questionable choices. I know he had a 100 armor. I know he had a rail and a plasma gun, but he decided to use the a less superior of those two weapons to push his way through the door, and I think he's gonna lose another frag here again. There you go. See? Plasma gun wins all. He's... Wow. This is so uncharacteristic of the poor kid. I say the poor kid. Zorak War. He's just sitting on this yellow for a long time. He's gonna get caught out again with the rail shot here, potentially. This time Effortless just gonna go full aggressive with the shaft and actually misses his killing shot there. He's been on the ropes for quite some time. He can delay Effortless long enough here and not be stupid with his teleporter moves. He can actually get himself a major item right now. Nice. Gets it cleanly as well. And returns are real. Oh. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna give that one to Zorak War that he timed that correctly and Effortless just got lucky. Not even gonna lie. Will he get cut off here? Nice moves actually to go around through the 50 bubble, but he's exposed himself already. 8 a rail, bit of LG, and I think it's just a matter of time now before he's gonna get another frag. I feel like we've been saying that for a while, and actually Zorak War has forced his opponent away. And I mean, if Effortless gets railed right now, he's dead. I think maybe a bit too eager for that frag at this point. That's gonna have to be Effortless who's gonna delay Zorak War long enough. I like the move to go on the outside. It's super exposed, but yeah, that's pretty slick actually. Whoa there, pal. Desperately needs some health. But killer LG. It's at least the 3rd or 4th time that Effortless has forced Zorak away with just the most ridiculous aim. It's a shame that he can't follow it up when he needs to though and get this frag. This 6th frag for Effortless was due a long time ago, and Zorak Ward's actually fought his way back into this very nicely. Even delaying his step in a bit there. He knows that this is it. He knows this is my time to get this frag. I cannot let you get this 50 bubble. He does. 50 bubble is his. Very obvious mistime there by Effortless, who will just rocket jump up to get it. That's fine. And I mean, Zorak War is really low on health, but I don't think Effortless quite realizes just how low he is. Or do I feel like Effortless has very good timing on anything on the map at this point? Nice use of the pillar there, though, to sneak his way in and get himself a nice rail angle. Mega is the next item up, a major item up. Nice rail, strips away all of Zorak War's armor, and where is he? Just late. He's just late to the party, man.
Yeah, hi, I'm back, and it looks
Whoa.
like Zorak. He just took a little bit too long. Like, he should have known. He messed up his movement a little bit. Like,
Guys, isn't this the North American Duel Cup? Is this an Australian? Can we get him out of here?
a rogue Australian.
I was kidding. Welcome back, Phylum. How you doing?
No, I'm good. I'm feeling awake now that I've got some food in me, which is always nice.
Good. I'm not. I'm feeling rather scatterbrained. As Zorak War will not only take a stack lead, but a frag lead. Effortless has a shotgun though. Like, do you really push against this, or do you go and get yourself an LG and some more armor? Like, this is risky for him.
I think Zorak War did really well there actually to wait just for a little while, because now that yellow armor, the other yellow armor is going to be up if he wants it if something goes badly. And I think that's exactly why he waited around like he did. Or maybe not.
Yeah, well now the problem is I think Effortless just got an LG. The thing is he's not timing like anything, so I think he's just going to be waiting here at this Mega after grabbing the LG, and he is. So Zorak War's still with a stack lead, but I don't know, man.
I mean, look, what Zorak War achieved going through that teleporter and going aggressive there was hitting one rail, right? You can hit one rail onto Mega without going through that teleporter and leave. Zorak War went through the teleporter to hit one rail, missed the others, and then, you know, gave up his life. So I think that was a bit unnecessary, and yeah, just looking at the clock here, that is gonna be the GG moment, I think. Yeah, now it's actually impossible.
Bit of rust, yeah? Don't you think?
Oh yeah, definitely a bit rusty.
Do you think he deserved the 13th seed? No, I mean, it's a bit extreme to say that he should have got the 13th
he was exaggerating.
seed. Well, whatever. Alright, so we will move on.
Yeah, so I've obviously missed all the exciting games.
I don't know about that.
Alright, what else are we going to have here in this upper bracket?
Well, I'm assuming Necro is still in it, and Necro is going to go up against Ballin for life pretty soon. I'd like to see that because Necro has not played in. I think he's played in one Duel Cup, and it was, if y'all recall, it was that Duel Cup that didn't end up really being a Duel Cup because of a bunch of weird. We'll just stay silent on the matter. So, Rob's a good guy. He actually, guy from Silent Gamers that I'm talking about that whole incident one from. He actually talked to me after Steam came out, so he's still around. He's doing good. I'd love to see Necrophagus versus Ballin because that should be good.
Yeah, definitely. That sounds exciting to me.
Maybe Whiskey Pete is Necro.
I am really enjoying the aliasing in Steam. Like, have you had a lot of fun playing with different names and stuff? Obviously, the what was it? The Ron Bronson and John Swanson last week.
Oh my god. Yeah, I actually had to ask Apparition, who was JT, aka John Thompson. I was like, "What should I call you now?" And he's like, "Apparition, of course." And I kind of want to just smack him.
Yeah,
because I'm like, really?
For people on stream.
Yeah, and it's confusing to me too. I mean, let's go actually to Rafa's server because he's about to play our first best of 3, I think.
All right, and he's up against Effortless now, isn't he?
Yep. You won't be very happy about that, but we are.
Well, we can catch some really fantastic raffle skills.
Raffle skills?
Raffle skills against Rafa. That's perfect.
Raffle and Rafa. Alright, we'll see where we're gonna go here. Wait, you beat Zorak War? What? Says G-Nick? Yeah, man, because Zorak War is like not active anymore. So yeah, I think we should do this best of 3 here. I do want to see Necro and Zorak, or I'm sorry, Necro and Ballin play, but we can watch the winner of that play our next best of 3, which is probably going to be versus Apparition, actually. Speak of the devil. Oh.
And we can follow. We can follow Necro if we need to into the lower bracket, even if we do need to see a game of his.
True. True.
But no, we had some fun aliases in Australia the other day.
Oh, did you?
We had a guy called Old Coon and something else, and there were 2 guys in a Clan Arena server just yelling at each other in really bad old man voices over voice chat the entire time.
Old Coon?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's maybe a bit of an Australianism, I don't know. But no, yeah, we've had some really fun aliasing. It's good. It's the kind of thing, like... Because there were some good aliases in Quake Live, too. I know an Australian player used to get accounts, so like there was a player called Instinct, and he got the account L-Instinct, because the L and the I looked exactly the same.
Nice.
And so you didn't know who you were playing, and he had a couple like that, which were just like completely indistinguishable from the main accounts.
Can't seem to find who I want right now. There we go. That's funny. I was kind of like, eventually I didn't care last time. Because eventually it just got funny, you know, that we were... Everyone was basically making their name rhyme with Ron Bronson by the end of the day. So that was kind of funny, but... It was a bit
annoying in a stream competition.
Yeah. By the way, guys, I just realized the Phylum was pretty low, so let me know if he sounds better now. I don't... I feel like every time that I cast with you, I should do this beforehand, because I have to turn mumble down when I play pickups. But when I start streaming with you, then I have to turn it back up. So,
wow.
Yeah.
I have not seen that definition of the word before. Thank you, Mika, for showing me that. I've heard that word used before, not in that context.
Oh yeah, that's why I was kind of a bit curious.
Wow, yeah.
Why you were like, really, old coon? Okay.
It might have, yeah, it may not have been that word. I have a different definition of that word.
Uh-huh.
Wow, so
We moved along through this bracket really quick, didn't you think?
yeah, let's move as far away from that as we can.
I feel like I just realized we're in our first best of 3.
Yeah, looking at this bracket, like 32 players, I would expect that to take like just hours and hours and hours.
Hours and hours? I don't know about that. But, I don't know, maybe because... This is what really sucks about having somebody like Rafa in a double elimination bracket, where you have to seed people who are not his level against him, because otherwise it doesn't become fair. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
It's a good argument for groups, don't get me wrong, I feel you, people, I feel you. But, basically... It's a bummer when you hit something like this, because I think a lot of people just forfeited their games against him, and a lot of people usually don't sign up when there's a bunch of good players that are playing, which is why I was shocked that we had 32 players this time. Normally, most of the lower skilled players don't end up signing up again, and I'm glad to see that they did, because there was some interesting results last time, I feel like.
Yeah, well, and even like we used to run in Australia, we had a 4-week cycle, so we would have, I think, 1300 ELO and under, 1500 ELO and under, 1800 ELO under, and then open. And that really encouraged people to kind of work up, and people maybe didn't have the confidence at first to play over 1300, but then by the end, you know, they were getting more experience, they were playing more, and they worked their way up. And open had sign-ups that were mostly from 1800 ELO and below. Yeah, no, it's just, but it looks like you guys have a much healthier top end, so...
I didn't think we did, but...
Well...
I mean, apparently
I don't know, I mean, yeah.
Can you let me know when this starts, by the way?
Yeah,
or
no,
like
definitely.
when Rafa comes back, rather, because I want
to
to peep this real quick here.
Alright.
I want to peep this Necrophagus versus Ballin game, and actually, you know what, man? Would you feel comfortable asking them to wait until this particular game is over, until we start?
These two? Yeah.
Yeah, because we got through that really quick, and if you want to do that when they come back, I'll send them a tell as well, and you can hop in here with me. Send them both tells. I want to see this for sure. Thank you so much, Arena FPS, for the host. How was the, I believe it was the Warsaw Cup y'all did?
Yeah,
What's up, everybody?
Warsaw Cup. They're insane. They have like 30 to 40 signups. It's ridiculous.
we were happy about our signups, man. That is a dedicated community. I hope Quake Lives can say that someday. Like, you know, when things start to get even worse than we already think they are.
We just need matchmaking.
We do, yeah, we do. Where the hay is effortless?
Effortless.
Yeah, hold on. He's the Ventrilo guy that's in that server that you're on.
Yep.
That's effortless. I just asked him in a private message if he could wait, and as soon as he says yes, awesome.
No, I asked him. He said he was happy to wait.
Feel free to join me then, Phylum. Necro is up 1-0 against Ballin on Sinister. We actually get to see the game that we wanted to. A bit cut off, so I apologize to everyone. We don't know how the first frag happened, but we know how the second one happened, and that is with a rocket jump up, and Necro doesn't go for the spawn conversion? There you go. This is a guy who's incredibly aim-based necrophagist. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him, Phylum, but I know a lot of players from Quake will recognize the name and kind of wonder what the hell happened to this guy.
I've definitely seen him play before, and I've seen him playing Reflex, I think, more recently. But
yeah, he disappeared, like from Quake, that is. But anyways, yeah. Thanks again, Arena FPS. What's up, Warsaw guys? Hopefully this isn't too boring for you. We can't dodge off walls here.
No, this Necrophagist is definitely a player who's exciting to watch. Ballin, wow. It looks like he kind of waited for Necro to come through that teleporter with his OG. Bit of a weird call. Like, if he knew he couldn't get the Mega, then why was he in the room at all? But It's, I guess, easy to say that in hindsight. And yeah, 5 frag lead is very convincing on this map. It's a great way to start. Necro doesn't want to make the Genic mistake and wait for this other yellow armor too long. He is gonna fly down. Doesn't quite get through the door. Luckily, Bullen isn't there with rockets or anything. He's just gonna look for a rail, and that grenade, absolutely brutal, bouncing Bullen up into the air. And yeah, Bullen, he really would like to not spawn right in front of Necro, that's for sure, but to get a spawn on a YA, and he should be able to do this now. Some really noob shotgun there coming out from Necro. And he might actually give up the red armor. Depending on when Bullen spawns.
He's such a good aimer that he can punish this so well. Well, as I say that.
Missing that rail though. Yeah, and that's really important. Bullen, he's gonna have that whole 100 armor to work with. Necro, don't know quite what he's doing here.
I think he's a bit frazzled after missing that shot. He is a player who can get tilted, but look at this. Ballen incredibly lucky that he didn't get knocked up on the jump pad, but eats a direct.
Oh my god.
And cannot believe.
What is even happening there? I mean, Necro played that really well. The rocket on Bullen coming through the door, you know, just like, it's something you should be able to hit if Bullen's moving like that, but it just looks really nice. It's so important.
He played it really well up until the point where he started to push him with the shotgun behind the pillar. Like, that was weird.
Well, he had Bullen pinned. Bullen had nowhere to go. There was no rush to get that frag.
Cornered animal, man.
Necro felt like there was.
Yeah, cornered animal. You don't, like, it's gonna strike back at you. If you put somebody into a corner and they have all the weapons in the game, you have to watch out. Like, you can't just rush them and be like, oh, you have no health, you're dead. Like, no, one rocket, that's 100 life away from you. I mean, I don't know. Anyways, regardless, that's a chance for Ballen to come back into this, and Necro, I was gonna say, is a player who is more than capable of beating Rafa if he's on form and with the right map pool. So, pretty big deal here actually if Ballen can beat Necro, I guess is my point.
And well, this is the comeback happening right now. Bullen should know there's a yellow armor up. Necro did spawn up there. I didn't quite hear that one.
I like that he waited just to delay it. Ooh, sneaky.
If that rocket hit from Necro, that could have been pretty huge, but it didn't. And now, Bullen doesn't want to get delayed too long here, because Necro is going to come up. He needs to be a little bit careful of Necro's play there.
Yeah, he's well aware of it. Ballen is, again, very similar to Thunder. I kind of actually... Sorry to either of you if you are offended by me comparing you to the other, but you guys both have kind of improved in the same way, which is just exceptionally well, and the timing of Ballen and just his overall game sense has gotten really, really good over time. So I'm not surprised that he actually just kind of backed off, went and got the Mega, because he's a good player. He's a good Quaker. He did beat Zorak War last time. I mean, come on.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's not never easy to do, even if Zorak is rusty. Like once you get to that kind of level that Zorak got to.
Oh no! Ooh.
Could have been an interesting fight there. Thankfully, no player wants to go for it.
As opposed to some of the other aim-based players that we've seen as well, look at how Necro does not like actually force the situation when he knows he shouldn't. This is dicey by Ballen though, as he's so desperate for frags that he will actually grant Necro like a opportunity to grab red, but again it's just this back and forth rocket.
Wow. Okay. That was a bit of a gamble, but it works out. Necro just doesn't quite get the mid-air pin. I mean, that's what you do to an opponent who has like rockets or rail out, you know, where they need to like swap to the LG, but Necro had the LG out from the start there. That was a bit nerve-wracking.
It was desperate. That was a desperate play.
Yeah. Well, it was interesting because we saw Thunder do the same thing where he wanted to offset the red from the Mega. Like, they were going to come up at the same time, and Bullen said, okay, I'm going to, you know, come around and look for damage.
Sorry to interrupt you. Look at this, though, the way he's trying to run around. Just the way he... I'm so sorry to cut you off, but it's just the way that he walked around there to try to cut Necro off. It's so perfect. He's just eating rockets. And he actually... Yeah. Okay, so like he heard Necro up at the top, upper yellow, right? And he, instead of going straight towards the other item, he just kind of doubled back in this really interesting way that... Yeah, I guess you kind of had to be watching it to notice. But anyways, the game is going to be over at this point. There's no way to bring this back.
Yeah, not really. Unless he gets a frag right now, and then some good spawns.
I don't think Necro's gonna allow it. He'll just delay. He's a smart guy.
And yeah. Even then, like, the extra 10 seconds on that frag makes a world of difference, and this is gonna be Necro taking the win. Ballin showed us some good play, he made some good moves. A few overextensions, a few times he just gave Necro, like... And it's not even giving him an item to work with, it's giving him, like, the fight where he can out-aim and deal a lot of crazy damage and just use his combat skills and stuff.
Yeah, he gave up position. He gave up position to Necro, absolutely. You can't do that with a player who's able to hit... basically whose play is oftentimes based around the fact that he knows what weapon to use at the right time. Necro may not be able to always hit the best shots, but he knows what weapon to use when he's going up against you, so...
Yeah, his combat decisions were really good. And that it really did make a big difference there. We're gonna see... Well, Ballin actually hitting the better LG %, but Necrophage is dealing more than... Well, almost twice the damage. Oh no, more than twice the damage. Which, yeah, says a lot. Okay, so now I guess we want to hurry back over to the Rafa and Effortless game.
Indeed. It's our first best of 3 here. We have Cure, Sinister, and Blood Run.
Sounds good.
Sounds great.
Alright, so hopefully these guys won't take too long to ready up and we can just go from one game to another.
What are you thinking, Phylum? What are you thinking here?
I'm thinking this is gonna be... Well, I don't know.
Are you thinking this is Rafa?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Effortless play. The only thing I know about Effortless really is that he won the raffle 2 years in a row. So maybe for someone like me who hasn't seen him play, who just knows him as that guy from Quake, give me the quick rundown of Effortless.
He is a CTF player. He generally is mostly known in Duel for being a good ZTN player as well as an airlock player, and I'm pretty sure he played last time, didn't he?
He might have. I might just have a really bad memory. I mean, you've got to bear in mind I'm coming into these competitions and watching, like, you know, 3 or 4 hours of games with a bunch of different people I've never heard of before, so...
Well, keep up! I'm just kidding.
Sometimes people slip through the cracks.
Keep up! Yeah. I feel you, man. I feel you.
There's a lot going on.
If they ask if we're ready, can you let them know? I'm just trying to sort this all out here and make sure that the brackets are good and everyone can move along. I have a few people who I subbed in that can't report matches on their own, so... Oh, there we go.
Cool, they were actually waiting for us. That's embarrassing. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go... let's watch Rafa off the spawn. I think lots of people here are gonna want to watch the World Champion at work.
Guys, also make sure you give him a follow on Twitch, Shane_Rafa. I think
his
like
stream is
99% of you who are on here right now are multi-twitching me, and you're already watching Rafa. Get his first frag in a kind of an interesting way. Like, that yellow was just not even a point of contention.
No, and he really like relied on just using his combat there. It's nice. It's a nice move. A nice way to punish Effortless for maybe being a bit too forward. Nice rocket from Effortless, but it's not really going to make much of a dent in Rafa with this Mega Health to fall back on. Yellow's going to be up, Rafa's not going to go that way. missing Effortless there. That rail would have made it really easy to push for a frag. Instead, Rafa's just going to come over and well, try to take the yellow armor. Effortless is there with the rail before vanishing off the map. Really nice little shot to hit. But yeah, right now, both players really do want to hold on to the stack they have. If Rafa can get some good damage for free, or like a nice exchange like that,
or a kill,
yeah, he's definitely going to take it.
Now I've been told that Rafa hates Cure the most.
Wow.
So it's kind of funny to me, and I know why he doesn't like it, and that's the same reason that a lot of pros don't. And it's just that it's kind of a stale map when you start getting a rotation down. I've said it before about Cure, the better the two players are that you're watching, the less interesting this map is. I don't know.
Maybe that's why I like it.
Yeah, no, and I do too. I guess we're both scrubs. Yeah. But 0 to 5 at the 2-minute mark, and well, we do have Sinister and then Blood Run after this, but I don't see Rafa losing Sinister to almost anybody.
No, his Sinister game is really fantastic.
Is it weird that that's the map that I get the closest to beating him on?
Yeah. Well, what's close to beating Rafa for you? What's closest?
Being up a frag within the last 10 seconds and then dying like 3 different times.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Anyways, like no, I'm not in this cup. Nobody cares, and Rafa's gonna go ahead and really delay the red in a very interesting way. Not to make it so it doesn't sync with Mega, but so it doesn't sync with yellow. Like he already knows that the next couple of kills are his, especially now.
Well, I think the other interesting thing about that is that Mega was up, and so he knew that Effortless would be on the other side of the map and not have any idea when he picked it up. And Effortless won't know that red time at all.
I think it was more for this. Because watch what he'll do.
Yeah,
he'll rotate this, he'll rotate this. Like, he just rotated the yellow, both greens, the Mega, and the red. Like, why is Rafa so good, somebody in chat asks? I don't know. Effortless will go ahead and make a steal onto red, but it is in vain, for sure.
Yeah, Rafa knows the time on this yellow, and on the greens. You know, he can get 100 armor back, which is really crazy to think.
Oh crap, I gotta make sure I tell Apparition and Neko to wait.
Effortless missing that rail was actually going to be really important. Effortless, he doesn't want to, go for a rail exchange, because, like, if they exchange rails, it might get Rafa low, but Effortless would die, and that, again, you know, 8 frags in it, giving up another frag isn't so good. He does use the closeness of the situation to get himself onto yellow, or maybe Rafa just mistimes it. Which should be, you know, not something you see every day. Mega and Red are both going to be up. Effortless is in a kind of nice position to push Rafa back if he tried to go for it. And most importantly, yeah, now he's going to be able to sneak onto the red. Rafa, looking for any exit damage he can get, isn't going to get any. So Effortless right now has a pretty good stack. He's just moving around the map really well to get to these angles for these rail shots. Nothing up on the map. If either player can do damage right now, they'll be really happy about that, because it'll make the next fight a lot closer. Or a lot easier for them. Effortless manages to drop down really cleanly for that red, but he's dropped down right into rockets of Rafa. And that's not a situation anyone wants to be in.
No.
Rafa pushing for the frag here. He's gonna take 2 rails. This could... Oh, I thought I heard, like, weird stuff there from Effortless. He is gonna get a frag. It's gonna be really weak. Let's see how Rafa does this off the spawn. Is he gonna rush down to red? Wow, he eats a really bad rocket, but again, just like the rocket damage from Rafa onto that red armor is huge. And if you can do really good rocket damage on RA, on like every RA pickup, then you're off to a really great start on this map.
Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be up to him to just continue the momentum. I mean, it sounds like a dumb thing to say. It goes without saying, but he really just has to keep the pace up and not eat like damage like this. I mean, Rafa will get... Ooh, so lucky he doesn't need a rocket there. And Rafa's gonna keep plus backing him correctly here. He's not gonna jump for Mega. He's not stupid. He's gonna juke him. gonna get a rail, and then he's gonna try to punish him again on probably at this yellow here. He doesn't need this yellow, Rafa. He just needs to do damage here, and if he does enough damage, then he can go in for the armor. He's also actually put himself into a situation where he can, yeah, perfect. He can hit Effortless on the way out. He knows that he's lost the map, but it doesn't matter at this point. Like, all he has to do is just keep plus backing for 7 frags in 4 minutes? I mean...
Well, yeah, and this is it. Like, the biggest asset right now for Arthur is that he has this 7 frag lead, and it's huge. It's a nice bait from Effortless on that 50 health. That, I mean, really, just like picking up a frag so cleanly and easily is really important.
Interesting moves by Rafa here. He's gonna get himself an LG because Effortless does not want to lose out on the red, and I kind of don't like that Effortless is here because now Rafa's gonna get a rail if Effortless turns around or takes too long, and by him walking, he's taking too long. So now Rafa has full weapons again, which on Cure is something that you can actually prevent your opponent from doing. He does read the moves of Rafa really nicely though, getting the yellow, but no damage is done.
Yeah, but he's a sitting duck here now.
I think he's more of a sitting duck at this next mega health, to be honest. Yep, there you go. Boom, Rafa takes position with a single rocket jump.
Yeah, it's really, like, Rafa just got all the tools he needed to work with to pull the map back, you know? Like, you can have all the stack you like, but once you have the guns, you can start really working your opponent, and that's, like, a good player like Rafa is gonna take full advantage of a weapon.
Same as we were talking about with Necrophagus before. I mean, he knows how to use his weapons. I think it goes without saying the QuakeCon champion knows how to use his weapons.
Yeah, definitely.
He will try to catch his opponent out on the yellow platform. It doesn't quite happen, but the frag comes eventually. It's going to be mega for him, and like, where did Effortless spawn that he could possibly do anything on? Oh, no.
Yeah, I mean, denying the red, again, isn't going to stress Rafa out. Nice spawn frag. Like, there's just so much armor on this map, and another frag at this point is worth so much more.
I'd like to point out that that kill was worth 3 medals. Impressive. Combo, and excellent.
Wow, I have all of those horrible medals turned off, so I didn't get any of that.
Hey man, I do too in my config, but you know, I gotta leave them on. I do wish I could disable the headshots though, and kind of the mid-air stuff, because it's like, we get it, you shot him in the middle of the air. I can see that.
And if it's exciting enough, we'll be jumping out of our chair.
Yeah, right? I mean, I'm tired of all the plasma blips knocking somebody, you know, half a foot off the ground in mid-air. Like, alright,
yeah,
I get it.
Like,
relax. You should try it sometime. It's rather interesting. We'll go down to 1 point of health and die again. I think we can all agree this one's over, and we'll go on to Sinister as our second map. We'll see if he can do anything there, and I don't see Effortless doing very well at all against Rafa on Sinister, not only because Rafa's good there, but because Effortless is kind of bad there. But I don't know, maybe he got better.
That's like the magic combo, isn't it?
Yeah. You are doomed. If it goes to, I mean, if this next map was Blood Run, I'd be a different story. Just not only because, you know, it's Blood Run, everyone can win on Blood Run against anyone. You know, hashtag the way it's supposed to be, which is kind of BS, but it's true to an extent. And with Effortless, it's a much better map than anything else in the pool, I think, so.
Yeah, well, this hasn't been too bad, you know, Effortless has done some stuff. He did kind of, like, he got one good trap frag on Rafa, going for that 50 health.
I think that it's bad, though, when you consider the amount of damage that Rafa was able to deal out to Effortless. Simply because, like, the LG damage alone is... LG is one of the weapons that you finish people off with and you get most of your frags with. It should be your most used weapon as a dueler, right? So it should be your most used weapon as a dueler. This guy needs to spec, please. Okay, cool. Anyways, and because he got so much more damage with it, it just kind of proves that he always had the upper hand. Like, I know he had more frags, but it just the kills themselves, a lot of them were Effortless taking the red and dying on it. Like, there was a lot of those, and you can do that in the first couple of minutes of the game, just, you know, to get control back, but he did it at, like, the 6-minute mark, and then the 7.5, and the 8.5, and it's just, it was never gonna go anywhere.
No. It was like desperation, you know, it's kind of what you do when you maybe don't know what else to do.
I think if these two start off with standard spawns, Effortless is gonna be in a lot of freaking trouble. I think he's going to be in a ton of trouble if this starts off standard. Like, he needs a spawn where he's able to, like, kill Rafa jumping onto the Mega Health with, you know, when Effortless has Rail Spawn or something. Like, he needs a weird start like that, otherwise I think that this is just going to snowball again. But we'll see. I'm off on Effortless to start since we went off on Rafa.
Yeah,
he actually kind of gets it. He actually kind of got it. Except he screwed it up. He had that spawn where you can hear the opponent behind you getting rocket, but he didn't play it correctly, so oh well.
Yeah, and straight away he's going to give up a frag and control the map to Rafa.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's looking for here. You know, like...
Oh wow, I just switched over to him. What is he doing?
What? He really can't stay here. He needs to know that this isn't going to work.
He's calling up Ventrilo right now. He's like, look, I know you've done me some favors in the past, right? Just need one more right now.
He goes for the direct grenade. It's just like a futile attempt to claw back anything against the oncoming Rafa barrage.
I have noticed that a lot of players that are at this level in North America, they kind of suck at Sinister. I think we saw it last time with Czar and, was it Captain? Czar and Captain? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is, like, but they just kind of are bad at this map, and Effortless I know isn't that good here either, so he'll probably kill me for saying that, but it's true.
This isn't a bad fight.
No, it's a great fight, actually. Let's shut up about talking smack from Effortless.
Yeah, no, because he has just got himself a frag. He's not going to be super well off on the map. Rafa tries to do something, wow, and does a lot of damage, but... Well, I mean, that push from Rafa is going to win him the Mega.
Don't drop, don't drop.
Effortless would be pretty insane to really commit to it. He should drop down and look for the shot, like, as Rafa picks up the yellow, and fall back onto the other one.
I actually like the direction he took more.
Oh, well,
that's
yeah,
why.
Rafa did have a rail.
Yeah.
I didn't notice Rafa picked that one up. I thought he, like, didn't quite come far enough into the room.
Oh, ammoed. Not quite sure if it would have mattered, but he will get ammoed out.
That fight anyway,
and
but...
a lovely spawn will redeem himself. Effortless is gonna talk so much crap for me saying that he was bad at this map if he wins. I can just see the tells. I can already see it. Pretty obvious move there from Rafa, and he actually almost gets a frag despite it was being so obvious because Effortless had really poor weapon choice. But the rockets are good. Oh no. Surely he goes down here, right? Rafa's gonna get Mega. If Effortless peeks, he's dead. The next yellow coming up isn't the one he's by, and he can just come through Teleporter and get red. Yeah, there it is. Alright.
Yeah, Effortless was kind of caught between a rock and a hard place there. Well, he put himself between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, it was definitely his fault. Too easy. Is this gonna be the snowball that we're kind of expecting here?
Yep.
It's looking like it. Rafa knows exactly where he is. Decent rocket jump. He will win himself a red, and actually if he's really quick and doesn't wait for Rafa to move around here, he can get himself Mega. But no.
Yeah, Rafa just wants to take the really equal exchange, you know, like, because of how he fell down there, it was really hard to take any damage from that until he was right in Effortless's face. And then it was too late for Effortless, because Rafa just had the stack advantage.
He's reading him really well too. He gets stuck on the lip there, so he actually might lose red if Effortless rushed it, but nah. I wonder if Effortless is actually going to play slow though, or if he's just going to do what we see a lot of times when people start losing versus Rafa or a high level player, and they just are like, well, I guess I'm just going to plus forward you and hope for the best, which sucks for everyone, especially the viewers, but we'll see what he decides to do here. Rafa's going to decide to show off his defrag. Oh, what a steal! I don't think he's gonna get away with it with his life, but nice steal.
He really just at this point needs to do as much damage as he can, and well, there's nothing on the map for Rafa, depending on where Effortless spawns. Yeah, and see, like, if he gets a yellow armor, he's a bit too late really to rush the Mega, but it's a good rocket.
Starting stack.
Rafa doesn't want him to get out.
Did he get that rail off the drop from his last death or something?
Yeah, I don't know, that was a weird one.
Fortunate that he can't actually make it work out. That's a huge freaking win right there to be able to have a rail at that particular moment. I mean, just hitting the direct rocket against Rafa as he picks up the Mega, putting him to starting stack, and then having a rail to be able to kill him potentially. I mean, that was an opportunity.
Rafa, like, it will put pressure on Rafa for sure.
Yeah. He means a rocket in a hard place, not a rock in a hard place? Oh, you clever guy, Sagib. Sagib, why aren't you in the Duel Cup, sir? I know you're capable of it.
It's a good question.
It really is. Why weren't you in the Draft Cup for CTF? These questions and more, we want answers. We deserve answers, Sagib. We'll expect them at the end of the cup. So Rafa's just gonna dip out. He's like, yeah, you can take the Mega. I'm gonna win my positioning onto punishing red here for you. And I know I'm out of control, but I'm up 7 frags at the 7-minute mark. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah, it's a really smart way to play.
Also, Effortless is hitting about 7% rail. I just noticed. That's yikes. How many has he fired, Phylum, if you don't mind checking for me?
14 rails. He's hit 1 out of 15 now. So yeah, not really what you want playing Rafa.
I would. Can you check Rafa's statistics for me, just so we don't switch away?
4 out of 17, so 23% rail, so pretty bad too.
Okay. Interesting. I think they're both on about like 30 ping too, so that's weird.
Yeah, Rafa's been having some warp from the looks though.
Yeah. I know that his connection does not like when he streams.
Yeah.
I was playing him earlier, and actually, I got a couple of wins against Rafa because he just dropped Steam connection entirely. It's just like not the way
just
that I want my wins.
ELO a bit.
ELO, every loser's obsession. It's the best acronym I can think of. Anyways, Rafa won't really be able to do much with if he's spiking right now, so he's just gonna play like he has, he's playing like he probably has 200 ping, and well, if anyone can do it, he can. Nice hit there as Rafa tries to go towards the armor, and actually there's enough time still.
There is, and especially if Rafa's having some connection problems, that could mean he just like won't be able to defend himself like he wants to. Effortless
needs to deny this rail. Looks like Rafa may not have gone for it right away. Wow, nice return there though. Yeah, Rafa definitely has not grabbed himself a rail. He has not grabbed himself an LG, and he's going to be running out of rockets about now. So...
I love the
cheeky move. Yeah,
shotgun.
You read my mind, bro. That was a very cheeky move, and that was a very cheeky rocket. I think Effortless is dead here. It was the right move to drop down, but just a little slow. Couldn't capitalize in time. Both majors up, and with Effortless kind of just desperate for frags there in the last minute. You need to do something like that, and then just bolt it. Hope that his opponent spawned at rail, but he doesn't. He spawns at rocket. That's the perfect weapon.
Rockets.
Yep.
1 minute warning.
See, honestly, I would have just gone for the rocket ammo first there. Like, the rocket ammo is worth more than a 50 armor when you have to make up 6 frags in a minute.
Effortless. What a prediction rocket at the grates there. It's not gonna win in the game, but nice shot.
Yeah, but that can go in the highlight reel.
There's so many highlights against Rafa where his opponent loses, but they do something crazy to him. Davis, for those of you who remember him, he used to hit all sorts of air rockets against Rafa and then just lose the map. It's really funny. Another guy who I like to see come back.
Davis plays.
Yeah, true. He's he's like a better, more stubborn version of me. So this is where's it gonna be, boy? You're gonna get it 5 to 10. You got that last frag. No, it's gonna be 4 to 11. GG. That'll take it 2-0. So,
but yeah, no, that
really
was
low rail for both players. Yeah.
Really weird.
Well, all about the LG. Let's go watch Necro and Apparition.
Definitely.
Sweet. So, Phylum, you said this time you were gonna give us your better casting. So I have to apologize to you and anyone else who expected something to come of this event. That I have not been giving my best because my brain's been completely scattered today, and I can already tell. But
no, it's understandable.
Yeah. Is it though? You think I'd be used to it by now?
No, it's always hard. It's just like a lot going on. Let's have a quick check of the viewer stats. Rafa, 124 viewers. We're catching up though, 104.
We have 104 to 124?
Yeah, that's.
I wonder how many of those are
a
doubles.
Good, yeah.
No, I'm serious.
Wait, how many of those?
How many of those are doubles? Like and not to talk smack about Quake, but whenever I see like a 125 stream or any sort of Quake stream, and there's a player like Kilson or Agent streaming, I often wonder how many of them are watching both streams. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really care either way. Thank you to everyone who is watching and putting up with me. Phylum, redeem me. Who we going off on?
Let's go with Necro here. I think this could be a fun map to watch him on.
Great map for him, actually.
He gets the red armor spawn. It's nice. He's gonna get himself a railgun and look for a shot. Ooh. Oh, beautiful first rocket to start that off.
Yeah, you can't do that against a player like him, man. Like, you're just gonna die every time. Now, he did take a long time getting himself some health and back over to the yellow, so he will lose the red. But as long as
Apparition's gonna have
go ahead.
gotten himself stuck in there.
No, what's going on?
Really dangerous situation. Necro. Oh no, he eats that rail through the teleporter, but he hits one back. Could have gone really badly for either player. Necro played it really well. Like, if he hadn't have taken that rail going down through the teleporter, it would have been absolutely beautiful. But even with taking it, he still just knew what he had to do to pick the frag up.
Yeah,
he can't deny or damage the yellow armor, but he has a red to back onto, so it's still a net positive thing. I like being quiet. It gives Apparition a chance to kind of, you know, fall on his own sword. A little bit early for that red, I would think, given that Mega was just sitting up. But again, Apparition right now, he's just playing it chilled out. He's trying to play it calm. He gets himself in a little bit of a tight spot there, but he manages to dodge Necro's rail. This should be a frag. Surely this will be a frag, and it isn't.
I don't think he needs it just yet. Away. He knows that he can just cut Apparition off, and Necro is that kind of player that will... He just forces you to go to where you don't want to be, and he'll just cut you off. He's okay to leave items up. I mean, heck,
yeah,
even here...
Set up for like a minute.
I do kind of like what Apparition just did, though. A lot of players, where they'd spawned, would have gone straight to Rocket, and then, you know, red to Rocket, or red to Rail, and then been pinned at red. But instead of getting the armor, he grabs himself a railgun, and he's alive because of it. And he has a weapon that he can use to get himself back into the game. The problem is he's missed both shots so far.
No, definitely. But just having that railgun, you know, it opens up a lot of windows for damage. And yeah, he's being really smart, not getting trapped in at these items. Like, he's really making Necro... Well, he's not giving Necro an easy time of these frags, and wow, oh my god, this is a crazy jump across to the Mega. He deals so much damage. If he spawns on this YA, he will actually have an advantage here, and yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Only a number, though. Like, okay, yeah. He may just now be getting the LG, and, well, looks like since Necro's going to be getting himself a red, he'll get a rail as well, but I say only a number just because he needs the weapons, which allows Necro to get that next red free, so it's not great for him.
And Necro does well, like, he stays above the red armor until, you know, he goes down to get it, where the only thing Apparition really could have asked for there was to get above RA and do rocket damage.
Oh, it's terrible, it misses it. I wonder if Necro's going to drop foolishly for it or just go back to red. Nice. I like it. He's such a good player that I honestly wonder, like, why did he ever stop playing? Did he just get bored? I mean, what was the reasoning? Because I used to love playing against this guy. He was a great practice partner. I don't know. I know you can't really speak so much on the practice partner aspect of Necro, but I mean, he's one of those guys that you would expect to do really well in a tournament like this. He's right up there with the Hang and Rafa. He may not be winning QuakeCons and going to LANs, but good. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, no, he's a really entertaining player too. Red Armor's gonna come up. Apparition gets himself into a position to put a bit of pressure on Necro for it, but Necro deals all the damage from above. And yeah, that's not a great situation for Apparition to get caught out in. I like the push from Necro. It really catches Apparition in a place where he just like can't get away.
Yeah.
Necro probably could have taken a little bit more damage there. It could have been a bit risky if he'd taken more damage right at the start, and it was a funny encounter there.
It's kind of like I was saying before, he forces you to go to areas that you don't want to be. Now, he will push his luck a little too hard, but even if he gets this mega health before getting a 50 bubble, he'll be on the starting stack. Getting the 50 bubble before getting the mega health means he loses out on red, so, I mean, other than not having full weapons right now, Necro is fine. It takes a while getting red, but yeah,
I don't know why Apparition would go up that bounce pad. That seems like a really weird decision after taking that first rocket.
The rail bounce pad?
I guess it makes him a bit harder to pin down and kill, but you know, it's just a bit of an awkward corner to get into.
I agree. He had 6 slugs left. It's not like he was desperate for rail ammo, so I agree. Weird. He unfortunately also does not know when Necro grabbed that red, so I mean, he saw it, but I don't think he remembered it exactly. Either that, or he's trying to be incredibly cheeky and try to get a frag at this point, which not time yet, man. Like, not yet, not yet.
Necro's read to come around to the Mega there's really nice too. It was a really clean pickup. There was a chance that Apparition wasn't going to go straight down to red, and Necro could have still like pressured him afterwards. Like that move, I just love.
A little early here, but Apparition has no shaft ammunition.
And the dodge from Necro also is just really great there. Makes himself really hard to hit, which is so important.
I'm glad you brought that up. That's actually one of the things that I should have mentioned before. For those of you who don't really know about Necro, that's one of his better traits, is his dodge.
You know, I've definitely been enjoying watching it so far.
It's always interesting to see how you can take a player who's really good at aiming, and then you can't neglect to mention their dodging. It goes hand in hand in a game with strafe movement, for sure.
Yeah, and it's one of these things, like in Duel you can be a good aimer and an awful player, but if you have really good combat, you suddenly become really hard to beat.
Christian's sticking around to get a little bit more damage here. Good thing for Necro is, I think it's, oh! Alright, well, beautiful, you know what? Necro. I quit. That was, that was so like, lucky.
Well, but I mean, Necro, like, he waited for the perfect moment to fire that rocket, you know? Like, so many players, probably myself included, would have just gone for it the first microsecond they caught a glimpse of their opponent.
But he realized his opponent wasn't looking straight at him. Yeah. Excellent.
He just took his time, he was patient.
Well, I mean, this is a bit of a one-sided cure. It's also one of Necro's best maps from when he did used to be an active Quake Live player, so I'm not too surprised he takes it. I didn't remember to ask him what the maps were, though. Really... So we'll see. He can't win on Arrow. He can't win on Arrow against Necro Apparition. Even though it's a good map for him, like I don't have faith in him winning on Arrow Walk. I don't have faith in him winning on whatchamacallit, Sinister. So it's gonna have to be Furious Heights, or it's gonna have to be Blood Run. And if it's not, and he manages to beat Necro on one of the maps I said before, like I'll be so surprised. Necro is a kick-ass Aerowalk player. Like he comes from CPM, so he knows Hub.
No, I think I do know him for playing Aerowalk really well. I think that's something that just kind of comes into mind.
Yeah. I feel so dirty for putting that map in the pool. It just goes against everything that everything that I like about a map is not an Aerowalk.
We had talks last time, you know.
You shut your mouth. You're an Aerowalk guy, huh?
I'm an Aerowalk guy, not a Tox guy.
Alright. Woo, Aerowalk, hype up, woo.
No, I don't think Aerowalk's a great map, but I think you can play some really fun games on it.
I can't deny that I've seen some amazing games there. I just feel like it's a map that unless both players are Cypher and Cooler, are Slim K and gosh, I can't think of the name now. Slim K and Claws, I think it was. Like, unless it's one of those epic Aerowalks that you just kind of know about, because the players themselves are so good. I think Dehang and Cypher had an amazing Aerowalk when QuakeCon. It wasn't, it was in the lower, or not the winter bracket stuff, but it was in the group stages. Do you recall that one?
Which QuakeCon?
2013? Dehang ends up, like, Dehang takes a rail shot, and as the rail fires, you can see it go through Cypher's model as the timer runs out to tie the game up, and it doesn't count. Like, it was it was a really good one.
No, I think I have seen that.
Yeah, it's a pretty classic moment from that particular QuakeCon. But anyways, like, those kind of players, they make Aerowalk awesome. I wouldn't want to watch Phylum versus Flair on Aerowalk. Like,
no.
You know.
Yeah, it would be pretty boring.
So I guess that's my reason for not liking the map that much, but whatever. We will go on to T7 anyways, so it's good for Apparition.
Yeah, this is this is probably my favorite map in the game. I'm a big T7 fan.
A lot of people that I duel don't like it.
So that's really weird.
I like it.
I think it's a good map. There's a lot to do. I don't know, yeah, it just seems to give really interesting games.
I think that the way that you can approach it as sort of a smaller map where you can rush around from one side to the other and really abuse spawns and abuse where your opponent's going to be is really cool.
Yeah, well, if there is one shitty thing about this map, it's that the spawns are just, like, there are just some awful ones in there.
Oh, to each their own.
Haters
gonna hate PJ Salt.
Well, no, it's mostly just the one in mid. Alright, so I guess Apparition, if we're gonna watch, because he's the man who has to make something up, and he gets a spawn in the red armor. I always like this, because you're gonna get a railgun.
I just had to stick on Necro real quick to see what he did. Nothing weird. He does go actually into center map after grabbing LG, and then doubles back for his yellow. So incredibly standard by both players.
Yeah, that's something you will see a lot.
Nice dodge.
From Necro.
Nice dodge by Apparition though, man. You gotta hand that to him. He evaded that perfectly. That one rocket that would have crushed anyone who had jumped on there at that point. He stayed on the little lip just above the water. Kind of cool though that Necro hasn't actually grabbed the Mega until just now. Apparition might have a decent idea of what it is, but I like it. It means that he's safe to get this next red.
Yeah, he was pretty chilled out about getting it. He didn't have too much pressure on him. Both ways are going to come up. Apparition just goes down and takes his. It didn't really do much for him. And that let Necro grab his for free.
Yeah, maybe would have liked to see him take a real shot at Necro's YA instead, but both majors are going to come up now, so it's going to be up to, well, actually it's a pretty clear cut and dry case of what's going to happen there after that rail.
Yeah, well, I mean, that rail just made the decision for everyone. To just have a nice and easy split. Apparition, yeah, he does want to pick this yellow up, that's good.
Yeah, just a little bit of swap.
Yeah, everything on the map just got switched. Opposite sides, funnily enough, you know, usually it might be Mega and then, like, they took the opposite YAs from the major item they took. Necro doesn't see Apparition there. That could cost him, except Apparition doesn't really hit quite as well as I thought he might.
He should not go for this. He should just go to red. He's gonna get cut off.
Wow, but Necro wants to drop down on him.
No, the Apparition should have just gone to red. I knew he was gonna get cut off there as soon as I saw Necro above him.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to get caught there going for the YA, but then, yeah, once Necro done the damage, just took advantage of the situation. And once Apparition had to, like...
Ooh, hold on.
Yeah.
That was some really good damage there. I don't actually know... Oh wait, never mind, Apparition was down to like nothing. I was like, why did he let him out of there? I'm reading the health bars completely wrong. He's just hitting more directs though. Necro will finally pull out the proper weapon for the situation. It only took him 3 encounters.
Oh my god.
I get it.
How did Necro walk through Apparition there? Just to get into that weird spot to hit oh, that's amazing.
Oh, kind of figured he'd be hiding there. Decent rocket jump to get out. I think if Necro had been a little more aware, he could have got it. But again, nice rockets to flop the position around, or flip-flop rather the position around. But Apparition doesn't realize what's going on and that he can capitalize off of it, and he'll actually lose the red. I wouldn't be surprised if he dies right here as well. Yep.
Yep.
He's doing the right things. He's just kind of like letting himself get too involved into the fights as they happen instead of doing the right thing to get himself into the situation where he can get him like over to the other side of the map, or like right there where the rockets flip-flopped them. Like he could have actually just stayed on one end or the other instead of falling down and getting chased.
Yeah, that was like...
And he didn't even just fall straight down, like he fell on the lip. You know, like you never want to get stuck
all
there.
the places to end up, it just...
Necro with a bit of a mistime though.
Well, yeah, it looks like he was trying to catch Apparition in the middle of the map, and Apparition just didn't play his game, and Necro was standing around looking a bit confused.
Wouldn't be surprised if he actually mixed up red and mega health.
Yeah,
nice.
that's also a possibility.
Missing that rail though, he keeps...
Wow.
I was giving him so much credit before about using the right weapon at the right time, and he's really not on this map.
He just completely dropped the ball in that one.
Oh, what a juke! Lose on the red. Apparition surely is going to come barreling in here after grabbing his yellow.
Yeah, he needs to watch out for a direct Necro rocket.
Apparition? Where are you?
Yeah, something here would really have been nice. Maybe... See, and now he's given his position away.
Impressive.
Necro should have shortly.
Wow.
But he's gonna make it work for him.
I'm gonna switch over to Apparition right now, because, like, we've watched enough of Necro do the wrong thing with the wrong weapon, and I feel like... I feel like we need to switch over to the guy who not only needs the frag, but is kind of performing a bit better, even if it's a bit lucky.
Oh no, absolute zero LG connection there.
Apparition has, like, he's so scared. He's so timid against Necro. Maybe rightfully so. He's a scary opponent,
well,
but I don't know.
Necro is like, he's a player who looks like he can turn any situation on its head really quickly if you take one wrong step.
That was a wrong move. He shouldn't be down here right now. He has to hit everything. And nope.
Well, and hope Necro doesn't hit everything.
Oh, the risk. Pretty lucky there. Will Necro actually show himself with 2 grenades to the face? He can't jump for this safely. Necro's LG is way too good, and he actually takes away most of his stack. Rocket jump? Or sorry, rocket shot will pop him away, but yeah, that was all sorts of bad.
It was ballsy. It was optimistic, and it wasn't the right move.
It was like a 9:05 move, not a 6:05 move. According, like, talking game clock time here. It was very interesting. Both these guys are making some pretty goofy moves, but you know what? We need.
I don't know about Apparition. I don't know. Do you use Keel or Tank Junior? Because I just caught a glimpse